So my name's Annette. I work for Te Ora Hou. We're a Christian-based organisation. We work with youth, whānau and community. I get to work alongside one of our Gisborne district councillors, Meredith Brown over there. Nice to be a stay-at-home mum and you know, clean my house, do my washing, cook tea and Facebook in between, op shop on paydays. You know, so I came from being Joe Blogs. Oh, Joe, yep. And I still have the privilege of, I grew up in the neighbourhood that I live in. I also get to work in it. I live in a deprivation 10, and if you have a look at this thing, it's got, you know, they got it handed around anyway. So I get to live in that neighbourhood. We also have a Decile 1 primary school, but we're doing amazing things. And it's not from the government, it's from us, it's from community, it's from our town, it's from Tairawhiti. Quite a few years ago we had an Ideas Day in London Street Park and asked the neighbourhood in Titirangi Kaiti South, which is how the police refer to it, what they wanted, you know, what they wanted, what were your ideas for our neighbourhood and for our community. I'm just going to click, I know what's behind me, it's like a lucky guess. And there were a bunch of neighbourhood events that the residents wanted to do, and we are able to resource them through kind funding because what we're doing is working. So Leighton, this is some ground stuff, this is happening, this is working in our area. So we have a Kaiti coffee group that we originally set up between Kaiti School and Kaiti Kindergarten. No roof over our head, just a table in the middle, and we'd run and get hot water and fill up cups and stuff. And that's how we got to know the mums and dads, the passers through the school, and just get to know our neighbourhood, our community. Through that, there grew to be a bunch of street legends, because we found that there were people that cared within our neighbourhood, within our community of Kaiti. And the street legends are pretty much, so in Titirangi South there's between 1 and 2 homes per street that come along. They wanted to have somewhere together, like a neighbourhood watch without the neighbourhood watch. So they wanted to do planning, and it was more than just, you know, the coffee. They actually had ideas that they wanted to get out together. Some of the ideas were fruit forests. So there were a lot of children walking around that were hungry, and so they'd jump over fences and go and, you know, help themselves to other people's fruit, because they'd been roaming all day, they were hungry, they were on their way home, you've got some nice feed-joes or whatever, you know. So we were thinking, how can we feed them without feeding them on just our trees? So a bunch of us went to the council, and the council gave some land that we could use as a community fruit forest. A children's day, so one of the residents, she went and hosted a children's day because she wanted to do something and we weren't able to be there, but this is the whole aim of it, that we're not the leads, that the people that live in these communities and neighbourhoods, they're the leads of whatever's happening around, so we don't have to be there. We had a lot of whānau that didn't have the next size up clothing for their children, or just didn't have certain items come winter. So one of the street legends said, oh, well, can we just have a spring clean? This was last year, and so we had a couple of give it away days in the neighbourhood, and I'd purposely turn up late, so it wasn't run by me. So I'd come along and I'd be, oh, sorry, I'm late, but really it was on purpose. But that's because, you know, I didn't want everyone to think that I was the one leading it. I wanted it to just go ahead, you know, in a natural sense, because everyone had something to give away, believe it or not. We're all hoarders. Super Grands. We were able to use Super Grands to upskill a lot of the families in our neighbourhood with workshops on how to cook on a budget, and their food is delicious. I know, I done most of the courses. Kaiti School and the Punareo Puikaiti, they're both based in the Titirangi, this deprivation Tiene area, and they're amazing. Both won Prime Minister awards last year and this year. There are things that are happening, you know, we also are part of, there's a lot of volunteers in our community that run girls club, boys club, where we don't have a building, we don't have a hub, we just all kind of meet at London Street Park on a certain night, and we give them some goodness. And so I guess what families can do different to make, you know, a better tairawhiti is just to care, which is why we're all here. To invite others. So for all of you that text your friends, come along, good for you, because we can't do this alone, but we can do this together. And I think another main point that I got out of this morning's speak is don't rely on the government. Yes, they're there, but really, we can make the change together. And I just want to finish my talk with don't give up. Don't give up on our tairawhiti. We do get all these negative stats come down, you know, whether it be from the Salvation Army, Mixed Fortunes report, and, you know, all the other things that show us all in a really bad state, which I guess, yes, it's speaking truths, but we do have the heart. And I think a lot of it, like I'm standing here talking to a bunch of you who are doctors and flash people. I don't have any qualifications, but I do have a lot of life skills. And I think giving the opportunity and spaces for others like me to stand and present something on a ground, you know, grassroots level, it builds not only my social capital, but others that feel that they don't have a voice. So I think by making space, and whether it's Manu dropping us in it like 2 days ago, high five Jess, we've turned up today, you know, but just stepping up, not because we have to, but because we care. And so I just say keep on powering on tairawhiti.